Howdy folks, welcome back. Let me make sure I actually started recording. I did, look at me. Is my camera in the right position? Kinda. My mic's kinda low. Production value. I'm keeping this, I'm not restarting the episode. Okay. So we're back on the same turn we left out on. We have no amber. We have a pretty good little war chest of gold. I like it, I like it. I'm hoping to do a good long session today, maybe a good 5 or 6 episodes. I hope to be uploaded over the next week or so. This decision. So, if I upgrade the Oak of Ages, I'm pretty sure I need to do that to win the campaign. Let me see here. Is there like a level 5 like unlock right of... Because, where is it? I'm trying to get used to the new campaign parameters. What is this? What is this icon? Oh, nothing, I guess. Oh! That's not an icon at all. It was just cinematically placed right there. Okay. Where are my objectives? Why can't I remember that? Ah, here it is. I don't usually look at these. Complete the ritual of rebirth in Athel Lauren. I don't actually know how we do that. I guess we're just going to play the campaign and find out as we go. I'm sure it involves like purifying this area and probably upgrading this tree. Ammunition plus 100% during all forest battles. Untainted plus 12. Oh my gosh, this provides untainted in all of my regions as I upgrade the tree. And it looks like it unlocks Confederation missions with various other Wood Elf factions. So a big mechanic with Wood Elves previously, before this DLC update, and by the way, all these mechanical updates in general are included regardless of whether you get the DLC. You don't have to get the DLC to have a better Wood Elf campaign. You can still go without the DLC and play as like Orion or Durthu, for example. But a big part of the campaign before was sort of waiting and confederating with your other Wood Elf factions, because as you can see, all of these cities here have those crazy big slots. They have even more slots than a lot of other normal cities for other factions. So you definitely wanted to wait and be peaceful with all these other elves, and then, you know, eventually get their cities for yourself by confederating, combining your factions together. And you can tell who you can eventually confederate by, they'll have this... Or actually, I guess they don't. It used to be... I might be thinking of Rome 2 or something. There used to be like a little icon. I might be thinking of Rome 2, where there used to be like a little icon that would indicate... It was a lot like this icon, the non-aggression pact icon, where it would tell you if you could confederate. Maybe I can just confederate with all Wood Elves, period, and I'm just not remembering my Warhammer 2 mechanics very well. I have spent like 1,200 hours in Rome 2 and like 300 in Warhammer 2, so
bored.
You know, not as familiar. So we could upgrade the Oak here. That would unlock Confederation missions with Torgavon and Widrioth. I did get this far before, and I made this decision last time, and basically what it entailed to confederate with them is I would have to go teleport my army over here to the Oak of Ages and go murder some Bretonnians to confederate, and then I think for Widrioth, I think I had to go murder some orcs. So I'm not sure if I really feel like teleporting around just yet, so I think I'm going to hold off on the Oak of Ages for like a little bit. Although, having some Untainted to counter this Chaos Corruption would be really nice. It's pretty ridiculous. It's going to go up to 50%. It's due to characters. There's a Beastman army wandering around out here hidden that I can't quite see. So that's what's causing that. You can actually see the corruption on the ground here. That's probably what's causing that. So that's not great. In 2 turns, once this glade is done upgrading, it'll unlock a couple more slots, and I'll get a temple to replace my Spellsinger, to replace my mage, rather, and that'll add some Untainted to the region, help that out a little bit. Not ideal. We're having happiness issues due to conquering all of these settlements one after the other. Hopefully that'll get better. The buildings are providing some happiness, so that's good, and this will help with replenishment and growth. Okay. Yeah, so no settlement upgrade this turn. We're waiting still on some techs. No real diplomacy we need to worry about just now. You know what? We may want to go finish off this faction. They're not quite dead. The Bleakhold, they still have their main settlement, Bleakhold Fortress. Also, this is Nagaryth. Can we talk to them yet? Nagaryth? No, we can't. We don't actually have contact with that faction. That's a high elf faction that lives out here in the Shadowlands. They're sort of related to these high elves, but they're sort of like isolationists, I guess. Or they're more like rangers. I think they're sort of supposed to be equivalent to like the what's the word? Like the Dunedain, the Dunedain Rangers from like Lord of the Rings. That's kind of the impression I get. They're like, you know, shadowy elves with, you know, shadow abilities. And see, there he is. I might go declare war on them pretty shortly to deal with that. Oh, cool. Well, we can see this, so we probably have contact with them now.
When I kneel before Eothilir's tomb, will you bow beside me?
I will if you're willing to consider like peaceable agreements with me. Come on, man. Work with me. I would like to have peace with some order tide factions, you know.
The time is not right.
They'll be up and kicking for like a bit. It'd take a long time to get any profit off of these trade agreements. 10 turns at 61 would pay, I could pay them like 600 for this, and that's about it. If I were to pay 6,000, it would take them 100 turns to pay that off, so that's stupid. I'm not gonna do that. Although I do want them to be chill with me, but it's only gonna get worse too as I expand. That might be a good reason to not expand and not conquer settlements. Actually, is it'll make diplomacy a little bit easier. I think the more settlements we have, the more pissed off people will be at us. Right, and now we need to go ahead and handle these Skaven.
Order is all.
Did I make the same mistake again? I did. I'm actually gonna load that. Why did I do that? Let's go load our autosave real quick. I was supposed to recruit some more troops. I don't know why I didn't. Well, you're gonna sit through me doing that. I'm not playing Iron Man. I'm not adverse to reloading autosaves. I'm not gonna save scum. In general, like, you know, I let my mage die. Whatever. In general, I'm not going to dispute the results of battles and stuff like that, or like actual misplays, but that's just a dumb mistake. I just didn't check. I assumed I'd already taken care of that before I ended the last video, and apparently I didn't, because I'm a big dumb poopy head. Spells of ruin. Ruin. The Horned Rat's lore. Okay. Man, horned Skaven would be fucking cool, dude. I would love to see some of those. It's a cool little mural. We got what looks like I guess a Glade Lord and a Tree Man and some Wild Riders. Cool.
The Sisters of Twilight.
Do I want to expand on infantry? I think I'd like 3 Dryads running in the front. That'd make a nice thick line, and I'll get another archer on top of that, and that should be enough. There we go. We didn't really do anything, so there you go. We'll just end the turn. No harm done. I do want to keep building up the force, though. We want something kind of functional. You know, this early section of the game, they weren't really spawning any armies to counter us. They really weren't getting any garrison buildings. As we advance through the campaign, they'll likely have better garrisons. So we don't want to have a wimpy little army. Okay, let's go handle this invasion now. I think this is a new mechanic, completely, I want to say. I'm not really familiar with this. I don't recall seeing anything quite like this in previous campaigns. But basically, it looks like occasionally some Skaven will be like, hey, we're about to come out and kick your ass. Scalpos the Lethal here, level 1 wizard. What does he have on him? Just out of curiosity. A little hostile augment, looks like. Okay. So he can just augment a unit to poison the people around him, looks like. A little tear-shaped magic attack. Don't like that. That's pretty That's a pain in the butt, and it's not really an anti-armor ability. It's just a murder ability. You can see weak against armor, so that's good against elves. Scurry away. Yeah. Basically, when Skaven rout, they get a big ol' speed bonus. It sucks. Sucks the butt, because you can't, Skaven are very unique in that you can beat their army and they'll still have a fully functional army because you can't quite chase them. It's a great argument to have more cavalry, more flying units. Since they didn't get their full stack ready to kill us, we're going to ambush them. Let's take a look at the terrain we're going to be fighting on before I jump in. Alright, so they're going to have a little choke point here, but basically they're going to be totally unprepared for us. So we'll just be able to attack from all sides. It's a more dangerous proposition than it sounds like, and that's one of the reasons I'm bringing Dryads, which I didn't in my first 20 turns of the campaign I played of this before. I think this is a pretty good idea to have some high armor Vanguard units, because they should be able to spawn in this area in between the red and yellow here, which will be nice. They also have some catapults and some weapon crews in here I was seeing, so those are pretty dangerous, and I'll want to charge those out pretty soon, get them killed. So we have some Skaven slave slingers. They're really... Oh yeah, this is you guys' first look at the Skaven, if you're not familiar with Total War or Warhammer, either or. So you got some slingers here. They're not really dangerous, but they're quick and annoying. We have some Night Runners. I think these guys' claim to fame is that they're pretty sneaky. I think they have some good abilities like that. See. They can fire while moving. That's pretty good. They can hide in the forest. They deploy Vanguard, so there you go. They have the same abilities as my Stag Knights, where they can kind of deploy outside of the zones. Looks like you can't use Vanguard on ambushes. Okay. I mean, it's not that big of a difference. It's the space between here and here, so doesn't matter that much. I'm concerned about these Poison Wind Mortars. We want to take these out at the very, very beginning. It's a little weapon crew here. You can see, look at the detail on the animations and the weapon crews. Look how cool these are. Like, they got the little wheel. This guy's... Oh, man, that looks painful. That looks like it sucks to carry that thing around. See, he's cradling this ball, and even the little ball has the detail of the poison inside of it. That looks so cool. I don't think I've taken a close look at the mortars before. I'm usually just charging them in utter terror. We got some warp grinders. I've never seen these before either. Some of these units might be new, because Twisted and Twilight, I think, also includes some Skaven improvements. What do these even do? Warp Quake. Oh, they have their own spells. 17 seconds, around self, disabled if... No, cannot target if flying. Strong versus multiple combatants. High chance opponent will resist. Weak versus a single combatant, and it reduces their own speed. So, I guess, yeah, they're like poison drills, I guess. That's horrifying. Seismic snare. Ooh. Ooh, they have a hex where they can stop us from moving. That sucks. Scurry away, of course. Wall breaker, they can attack gates. Vanguard deployment, too. Ugh. Do they all have Vanguard deployment? No. Okay. Plague monks, I think, are they unbreakable? Let me see here. Frenzy. So if their leadership is higher than 50%, they have a bunch of melee buffs to themselves. Same thing as our Stag Knights there. The numbers, hide, forest, physical resistance. You can see most of them have these strength and numbers abilities, which basically means as long as they're fighting above 50% of their health, they have some more damage, but they're a little slower. So I guess that combines with Scurry Away. So they get a quarter speed bonus when they're about to rout. Sucks. I thought Plague Monks were unroutable for some reason. Maybe I'm thinking of Plague Sensors or something. I recall Plague Monks being kind of dangerous. They're not too tough, though. Low armor, at least. Here's their wizard. He doesn't have too much to him. His horns are pretty cool, though. Oh, yeah, horned rats. There you go. Cool. They're like magic horns. Or they're buffed by magic, I guess. That's pretty cool. Neat. All right. How do I want to do this? Let's see here. These rocks are in the way here, so... I want to target these mortars. The Poison Wind Globadiers, too. Those are really dangerous. They're pretty short range, but they hurt a lot. Thinking. Who's in range if I do it like this? Not enough. I think I want to charge cavalry into one of these, and one of these I want to archer to death. I'm not sure how effective arrows will be on something like this. Low health, but look, 70 armor on them. Probably just because they're a weapon crew like that. The game may be like simulating, you know, you have to destroy the weapons. Oh, you see how he like offers it to him and he like backs off? That's cool. So I probably want archers targeting these poison wind globadiers. The big thing I find with Skaven, the reason I'm planning this out, even though I obviously have an advantage, you notice I have less of an advantage in the game said I did. Don't trust that thing. But the reason I'm planning this out so significantly to this extent is because the key to Skaven I found is to kill their core units that cause all the damage, and then the rest of their army is no challenge at all. All of these units, these clan rats for example, they're just garbage. 24 melee attack, 18 defense, and 20 armor. I mean, if you look at our archers, they can pretty much handle them. Like, they even have, they have less health, so those Skaven are definitely tankier, but, like, their melee infantry is better, barely better than our archers, and that's saying something. How do I want to do it? I'm also worried about these warp grinders, too. Warp grinders have a lot of infantry helping them out, too. I think what I'm going to do is my spears are going to be on defensive duty for the archers, so I'm going to handle that, and we're going to just have these archers just really quickly murder those poison wind globadiers. They caused a lot of casualties the first time I did this battle, and I want them dead. Second, I'm going to have my stag knights immediately go for those poison wind mortars. Get those mortars out of the way for me as fast as possible as well. So arrows will come in here, stag knights will come in here. Should help. And then I need supporting elements for all of that, and I need to start considering those grinders too. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of angle our air force this way. And are these high armor too? Yeah, but there are not many units in them, so like our Hawk Rider Volley of Kernus won't really be super effective. I think I'll toss our Volley of Kernus into one of these Plague Monks. But I'm going to angle with my Air Force over here into hopefully murdering the mage the first chance I get. And beyond that, let's have some slow pressure coming in from the Dryads over here. Some pressure coming in from Dryads over here. And, actually I don't... Decisions. These will loop around this way. Maybe this one can come in direct this way and support the Stag Knights. This may prevent the slingers from running away easily. And some will come in from the front too. Just give them as few avenues of escape as possible. Because Skaven do that. They just run around like dipshits and it's annoying. Seems as good of a plan as any. I'm going to start it and pause it and issue my first orders. I'm not so pro that I can just do all this in real time. Some people are. Not me. We're going to move our spears up immediately. Let's give our Dryads just a general target of clan rats over there. Let's go ahead and get our Stag Knights moving as fast as possible. If things get too confused, this could backfire because my archers could end up shooting the hell out of my Stag Knights, so I'm kind of keeping an eye on that. Let's just murk these Plague Monks. And let's get our Dryads just in that area, in their face. As far as our... I think I'm going to have you two specifically target the grinders, because I don't know if they can even really do anything against my fly boys. Some of their abilities specifically don't target flying units, so it seems like using our flying units against them will be a good way to go. And since all their missiles are way back here, and same paradigm, some of their abilities don't really work against flying units, I'm just going to toss my eagle like right on top of the wizard. I don't think there's much they can do about it. Okay, let's see how this plays out. The goal here is to get out of this without too many casualties. Okay, good. Poison Wind Globadiers are just getting murked. Oh shit, that's not great. Okay, alright, pulling back the stags. They're getting targeted, that's okay. That's okay, let's pull them back. They moved everything to counter my stags, which is probably the right move, to be honest. You can see they're targeting them pretty intensely. Let's try and dodge a little bit. Yep. And instead, let's have the stags see if they can murk those warp grinders. And let's just see what's going on already in the first few seconds. We already got the Poison Wind Globadiers down. They're going to come back, but I don't care. My Volley of Kernus didn't go off for some reason. Okay. All right. Sure. Bless with Filth. Interesting. Okay. Please target those Plague Monks like I told you to. And they've isolated their wizard very foolishly. So let's go murder their wizard. And the Dryads will back it up if that goes wrong. And you can see they've got some clan rats coming for my archers, which who cares? Not a big deal. Let's just position my elves to counter that. My eternal guards. And do I immediately want to target switch here to something else? Yeah, I do. I would like... Where did they go? Get those mortars down. They are hurting my my stag knights. Okay. Let's get my dryads in there too, in case that doesn't go as well as I would like. So not as ideal of a target because they have so much armor and arrows will not do quite as well against them. We do have our Starfire Shaft Glade Guard that will counter armor pretty well, so hopefully it won't be complete crap. You can see they're now moving their Plague Monks back to counter my Eagle coming in and my Lord who's about to come in, but the Dryads should help disperse some of that damage that'll happen as a result of that. You can see they're even moving these Clan Rats back, which is probably a mistake on their part. Okay, those Mortars are about to go down, and my Dryads are about to come in and chase these Slingers. Stag Knights are taking down the Warp Grinders, perfect. Total War in general, and Warhammer especially now, compared to the other Total War titles, is all about matchups. It's about finding the correct match for each unit. And in Warhammer, all of these units have so many overlapping traits that you have to consider to decide, who is the best target at this exact moment for, say, my entire Archer Corps. Who can match, say, Clan Rats. Well, Clan Rats are probably gonna, not do too well against Eternal Guard. Now we don't have a whole lot in range, so I'm gonna target these Clan Rats and just murk their unit. Although, see, that's not a good target though. So let's go ahead and move up my entire Archer Corps here. And since we may have some problems with our Lord and our Great Eagle here getting murdered by Plague Monks. Even though they're getting support from Dryads in a minute, they may need help, so we'll move our archers to help with that. And this is the problem with Hawk Riders. They don't really have damage output, so I don't really know how to use them. I'll have them fight those gutter runners, I guess. I gotta keep an eye on those Globadiers. They're gonna come back, I guarantee you. Okay. And apologies again if you're super used to Total War or, Warhammer 2 and you know exactly what's going on. And I'm slowing down the gameplay for that, but, not everyone does. Yep, let's just charge straight into these Clan Rats here. The Stag Knights will just destroy them. You can see my archers are all getting free shots into the backs of those Clan Rats because of that. Yep, let's go ahead and target this back unit of Clan Rats. So this is a bad matchup. The Lord is fine, but the Eagle, not so much. I'd like to pull the Eagle out. He's done his job, and he's done great at chasing that Wizard away, and I'm actually going to focus my Hawks on making sure he stays away. That's usually a good idea. They're come back the Globadiers, so the Dryads are about to have a bad day, probably. That's okay. That's okay. And we'll charge our Stag Knights into those into these units that are fighting my spearmen. Make sure they don't ever hit my archers. My archers are now slaughtering their clan rats that are attacking the eagle and my lord. The dryads filled the power void there that I left. And we'll have the eagle also take out the mage. Flying units are really not great to chase people down, but I don't really have the resources to mess with that yet. I would love to get a couple of cheap cav units, and I may get that the next turn. Oh, I'd really like to kill this warp grinder. In fact, I'm gonna have my stag knights go do that. That's important. Power units, Skaven power units, don't let them get away. They're important. You can come at me with a whole army of clan rats and I can just murder them with nothing but archers, but their artillery, yeah, kill those. Get them out of the way. Get them out of the way forever. Yeah, we need to get those globadiers down there. Really hurting my dryads. And that's what my dryads are there for. They're there to tank damage for me, but I don't love it. Are they meleeing their night runners? Night runners are archers, aren't they? Are night runners not archers? Yes, they are. Why are they using them in melee? Were they just running away? I feel like they were coming in for a charge there. There's some slingers too. Blech. Well, they're not going to be able to stand up to Wood Elf Archer, so let's get them in there. Most of these are shattered. You can tell by the skull and the flag. If they're shattered, they are never going to come back to this particular battle. They're going to run all the way off the map. And if they get off the map with a significant amount of troops still left in them, they will come back on the campaign map, and you may have to fight them again. That's the thing with Skaven, is look at this whole unit of clan rats. This army is going to be still functional. It's going to be a weak army, but it'll still be an army. You fight against like Min or some of those other factions, you may be able to get away with destroying the whole army in one go, and you'll never have to fight them again. But, okay. My stag knights just disobeyed me and did not take out this warp grinder like I told you to. But yeah, these Skaven, they're so fast now. They're so quick now that we're gonna have trouble killing anything. I think they got the Lord. They got the Lord. Good. Wizard is down. Perfect. Chase who you can. Kill who you can. Really want that warp grinder dead. I would really love these Poison Wind Mortars to be dead, but we're not going to be able to kill them. So if I could just kill a couple of them before they get away. That's what I'm talking about. Flying units, not great for this. Just not great for this. Okay, cool. We got a few more down. Nice. Kill as many as you can. 2 left. Moving my flying units over here if they can get here in time, but I don't think so. Okay, 1 left. Yes. Nice. Did we get their grinder? We did. All right. This army is now dead in the water. So they're going to come back probably. I think that's how the mechanic works. They'll still have an army in the territory, but we'll just come in next turn and wipe them out. That was a poor decision. You've chosen to run in the wrong direction, sir. Did they get away? I love that very 2D moon there. Guys, kill him. Come on. You know you wanna. Ooh. Dude, shoot him. Shoot him. Guys. Are you gonna... Okay. Wood Elf Bloodlust, I guess. They did not want to sully their arrows. And these guys are about gone. We did it. Easy peasy. We didn't take too many casualties. Casualties mostly spread out across our dryads, which that's, again, what they're there for. Stag Knights did a good job. Great Eagle, not many kills, but it's doing what it's supposed to do. Kind of sucks, because they don't get many kills in general, so they don't rank up very well. They don't get a whole lot of experience over battles, so, like, they, I don't know. I don't usually... Great Eagles are kind of one of those units that, to me, they're just okay. They have a role, and you've seen how the role can be useful. And certainly the Sisters of Twilight make them a little more viable, because of the fact that, they give some, like, melee attack and speed and charge bonus buffs and that kind of thing to flying units. So they're not terrible. They're just not great to me. Like, obviously, I prefer a dragon. A dragon can take on a wizard the same way an eagle can and win, but it can also take on a whole infantry squad of spearmen that are designed to kill them, and they'll still win. So, you know, why would I take an eagle? It's because it's cheaper, and you know, it's not terrible, but like, you know, if this wasn't included in my starting army, I would not have this unit.
Harmony must be imposed.
I usually go with replenish
Make it quick. Make them scream.
because I mean I just get my whole army back.
Ariel's will.
Probably not a good idea in this circumstance because our army is like fine.
Strength in mercy.
So I will take some more cash.
There is no
Cash is
other
always
way.
good. Cash pays for more troops.
The
Cash pays for my
Sisters of
wizards.
Twilight.
Yep, there they are. So they still have an army, but as you can see, the only unit they have that's worth anything here is Poison Wind, Globadiers. They're not even going to have the same range as my archers. This army is dead in the water, and we just need to go finish it off. Free experience for the sisters. So we're going to get at the final level of Bolts of the Forest, reload time reduction plus 10% for our archers, missile strength plus 12% for our archers. It's a pretty big deal. I guess Hawk Riders and Eagles would be a lot better if I got like Wings of the Forest, and maybe that's something I'll focus with the sisters, but not anytime soon. I'm probably going to go down their like personal prowess path. You know, that's what I like to think of this as. This is their like personal stuff, you know. Personal missile strength, hit points, you know, armor, physical resistances. This is really good. That one's really, really, really good. Just straight up physical resist. Plus, and then once I've done that, we'll probably be hitting like rank 12 and such. We'll probably be hitting like rank 12 and such, and then be going down these trees instead. So it's going to be a long time before we mess with this tree again at all. In my opinion, you can build them however you want, though. You could basically say, hey, like, the sisters are never going to be involved in melee ever, ever, forever. I don't care if they kill anyone, just buff their army all to hell. And, yeah, that's a perfectly viable way to play. Warhammer, in my opinion, offers, like, this Total War title is such a good one that it offers so much flexibility in playstyle. I've had Wood Elf playthroughs and Vampire Count playthroughs where the Lord basically does very little and just buffs and is supporty, and they have really tough armies as a result. And then I've had armies where the army is worthless and they're just kind of there to back up the Lord who just kills everything. I did that with a Vlad von Karstein Vampire Count campaign for a bit, where Vlad, I just made him impossible to kill, and he doesn't even do much damage. But like, I would just have him with Vanguard deployment. I would just go have him suicide charge the army, and no one could kill him. And the rest of my army would just sit back and watch and just enjoy the fun. That was a really fun campaign. I ended up rolling Vlad von Karstein with like literally nothing but vampires. Oh, what a fun campaign that was. That was with Grimhammer modded as well, adding some extra units on, which I like, but I'm really tired of the way the mods are updated every time there's a DLC, where you have to go like download the old mod and then like roll back your version of Warhammer 2, and no. He like posts on Twitter, he's like, it's 10% done. I'm just like, respect for the work. Modding is hard. I've done some, but I'm at a point in my life where I just don't have the patience to spend hours and hours modding my games. I just don't. If it works, it works, and if it doesn't work, I'm not gonna troubleshoot it anymore. I make a living troubleshooting things, and you know, gets old. Why am I not vanguarding you guys? There we go.
Sisters of Twilight.
Okay. How do I want to handle this? The priority is probably to kill the Globadiers. Where are those? Are they keeping those in the back like they should? Yeah, they are. Damn. Damn. Okay, well, we will, in that case, use our Volley of Kurnus on them, and then we'll probably drop our entire Air Force in, and then have our archers, you know, back up the back. So let's Volley of Kurnus those Globadiers. It's not a great target for it, but they need to die. They are the most dangerous unit by far. Far more dangerous than anyone else in the force. And let's go ahead and just immediately just target them in every way we can, pretty much. I'm going to send my Eagle around the side. And yeah, my Stag Knights need to be utilized, so let's charge them into these slingers. They probably won't make contact the way I'm hoping. And we'll just send our dryads in that general direction. Okay. Rah! Are you doing it? Good. Alright, well, it knocked him down. Can't ask for much more at the moment. Man, those those knights, look at the charge. Their line just folds. Those dryads are going to need some help. I'll send my shields in to help out there. And archers, honestly, they're just gonna free target, really. Yeah, see that? I don't love it. I don't love it, but we got an eagle in to handle that. That'll be fine. Yeah, they're about to rout, and the eagle will finish them off. War is tragedy. Yeah, probably. Only if you're losing. That's not true. I think a unit of Hawk Riders can handle a unit of Gutter Runners. Definitely took some brunt of damage on our Stag Knights, but that's okay. They'll be fine. I do want to pull them out pretty soon, though. They're not doing like... They're doing okay. I think they're getting shot by our archers. That'll happen. Well, you don't always want your archers on fire at will. And I think, if I recall the mechanics correctly, since they routed this turn already, I think their army will just auto-die once I win. They're still shooting at us. That's annoying. Don't do that. Let's send our archer corps at them, make sure they're facing the right way. The difference between Glade Guards and like some of the more advanced elf archers are that the Glade Guards can only fire from the front in these arcs. Pretty much every other like advanced elf archer unit, wood elf archer unit rather, can fire in a 360-degree arc. So doesn't matter which way they're facing, they'll just shoot. The Glade Guards, you kind of have to manually face them. Eventually, you know, the backbone of our army will probably not be Glade Guards, but will probably be like Deepwood Scouts or Way Watchers, ideally, which are way more powerful. But nothing wrong with doing a little bit of hunting here so that we can get a little more XP on our units. Ditto with, well, I think they may get some XP from kills, just straight up to improve their tree. I don't know. Definitely gonna keep the Stag Knights going, though. But I think we've pretty firmly won this, so it's probably about time to end the battle. Pew pew pew. As you can see, they're very slowly outrunning us. The nice thing about Wood Elves is Wood Elves are really quick. They have a speed greater than most units, and some of them even show that on their like abilities. Say something like fast, and it'll show like this unit can run circles around most units. The Wood Elves' claim to fame definitely is skirmishing. But you can definitely use them in this kind of shock and awe format too, which I'm really enjoying. And it's just a result of those Stag Knights. If I lose those, I'm going to be really sad. Because we will not have something that is equivalent to those for a long time, I think. Like, we have access to cavalry a couple turns from now if I build a cavalry building, but that's a tier 1 cavalry building. I'm sure they're like a tier 3, tier 4 cavalry building. To get those. I mean, Wild Riders are pretty good. I guess they're like one tier below these Stag Knights, and they're pretty good. They can definitely be used as shock cavalry too, but they don't. If I recall correctly, they don't have the armor to stand up like a frontal charge like that. Wild Riders are better used to be fast and hit the flanks.
Ariel's will. Harmony must be imposed.
I'll take more cash again, I think. These should heal up. I'm probably going to end up heading back to our home province, our home settlement right now. Yep, and they do die off. Nice. The Skaven. We've killed the Skaven. The threat to the world is over. I guess that's just the faction they spawn in as. These guys are still sitting and raiding our areas. When I get to our home city, I'm gonna murder them.
How I enjoyed that.
But it is time to head back there.
When do we fight? Only when necessary.
And hopefully we can get a Spellsinger, and then we can move further from there. Ooh. Okay, so we have a chance to get an augment here. This will help us and then the people that are in range with us. So like 40 meters away, 15% base missile damage. So basically, if I have the sisters hanging out with the archer units, they'll get more damage. If I have the sisters like traveling with a bunch of hawk riders, they'll get more damage with their bows. So that's pretty damn good, and I definitely think I want this. And then we'll start going down this path, I think. When can I get my dragon? We'll get a quest at level 12. Okay. All right. So it'll be a bit. How long have we gone? Oh, 40 minutes. Okay. I lost track of time there, but I'm going to keep going on this session, so I'll see y'all in a little bit.